Doom, there it is. Here's some must-have information. I'm putting this out in case any of you missed it. You are going to want to hear this.
There's another one, but she was going by Susanna Cole. You can go back and look at his videos on his Pete Santilli live stream. Right there, his videos. She's right there. Hey, this is it, Susanna Cole. It's her.
That's them talking about Deb Jordan going by the name of Susanna Cole. She seems to go back and forth on it.
It is her. And I was calling her Susanna right there in the flesh. And he's like, no. She's going by Deb Jordan now. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, it's for protection reasons. It's in this and that. I'm like, okay. I was like, are you guys together? No, nothing like this. Then he went on to say, you should see my daughters, how smoking hot they are. That's how the conversation went down there. So I was under the impression that this is, okay, you were Susanna Cole, but now you're Deb Jordan in front of me, and you guys are not together. That's where it stood. That's where they stuck to the guns at with me. And these are people that you're trying to sit here and tell me that you trust them. Her real name is Deborah Rose Jordan Reynolds. And if you've been paying attention to any of the court stuff, when she had to go in and testify, her real name was there. And she also stated she's been with Pete Santilli for the past 4.5 years. Okay? So that's the truth. That is on the court paperwork. So if you want to go keep on believing in the show, that's on you. When somebody does that to me, switches on who they actually are, that they're even together, there's all this deception, and they catch 3 felony warrants, and then they just wisp up to Oregon and all this. I'm wondering how they're affording it with a place back here, the rental car, all the hotel. How? And then Pete does not take an attorney. Pete's been telling all of you this whole time that he has John Whitehead. Why is Pete Santilli taking a public defender instead of the best attorney he could get to fight this? Why?
Yeah, we're all asking those kind of questions. And how is it that he can qualify for having a public defender? That goes by your income. And it's my impression that maybe he wasn't completely honest about all his income and all his different sources. But that's just kind of an opinion right now. But from what I've seen, that's pretty accurate. But listen to the rest of this. And we're all asking these same questions, except apparently Professor Doom.
Because he already knows why. And you better start to know why too. What's the sense in it? When it's already written. He knows the outcome. They know the outcome. Why waste the money on some high-profile lawyer? Anyone else would be fighting for their life right now. Any one of you would be fighting for your damn life right now if you were sitting in that jail. Would you not? Would you not? Or were you just going to sit there, just give me the public defender? All right? I mean, is that what you're going to do, or are you going to get the best that you can get?
Well, he's bragged multiple times on his show about having the Rutherford Institute in support of him. Now, by no means do I want to make this about Santilli, because it's not, and we all know that. But it is it does need to be addressed. Okay, so. We never came out, just for the record, never came out and said that Santilli was an agent.
With me. It is about Santilli with me. It is with any one of you. Anyone that I've given prop to in the past, or I've shed light on, it's my responsibility to let other people know that I do not trust them and they've crossed the damn line.
Sure.
Okay, and that's where I stand with it.
Right. And I don't have a problem with that. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I'm
not saying he's an FBI agent, and all this. No, I'm not. I'm saying I don't trust him.
Right.
I
don't, dude. Let me tell you something. I hope you don't mind. Let me just answer a few people's questions out there too while I do this. Is that hey, Pete Santilli's blocked me off of his show. Does he talk to people like a complete asshole? He does. He does indeed. And people have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. It does. The only thing, like I said, is that myself is that I need 100% proof before I will go and attack somebody and say what people are coming to me.
A lot of stuff was hinging around that whole FBI fax.
Right,
and,
right.
That's why my perception of it was that it was created, and this is just a thought. My perception is it may have been something created in advance as trickery. That way down the road, when everyone's saying, oh, he's an FBI agent, they could prove it to be wrong. And when they proved it to be wrong, everyone would be like, oh, he's not an FBI, this and that. And what if he was? Not an agent, but an informant.
Right. But that's the whole thing.
That's exactly what I've been saying from the first time I heard about it. The whole thing stinks to high heaven, and especially Doom coming out and making this whole big stink about how he proved it was fake and how easy it was to prove it was fake. And oh, it's just a psyop within a psyop. And listen carefully to how Doom is stuttering and getting all worked up, and then at the end of his little spiel there where he talks about Santilli getting a 2-year contract and getting paid thousands of dollars to go to Oregon, listen to how he deflects everyone away from it after he realizes, it seems to me, like he realizes he's said too much. He quickly deflects it, starts talking about flat earth, and derails the whole discussion about Santilli and Jordan's dishonesty, and, by the way, his dishonesty and what he was doing with them, what Doom was doing with them. But listen to how he deflects it after he drops the bombshell about Santilli.
That fax would make it appear like he was. Now, I'm not saying he was an FBI informant, and I'm not saying.
That thing was just ridiculous. The whole thing with the fax. I never spoke about it, never brought it up, never used it as ammunition because I just felt that it was just it didn't need it. We didn't need it. I just let their actions speak for themselves. I don't need to attack. I just not that I don't like them or anything else. I try to be peaceful with everybody, but I also know people trying to buddy up and use me and try to get close to me. I almost felt like this is what was done, so I wouldn't open rounds on cats out here. It bothers me because, Doom, right now, you're the type of dude. You call out all this stuff. Look how passionate you are, right? Now, if we're out in the street somewhere and there's a huge Masonic sign in front of us and like that's a Masonic sign, and I'm like, Doom, look at that, and you just want to play stupid and act like it's not a Masonic sign. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In any other day, you would be like, that's a Masonic sign. But all of a sudden, you're like ignoring it. That's how I felt with Pete Santilli in the Stolen Valor thing. Any other time, he'd be out there in someone's face barking at them over Stolen Valor, making a whole show out of it. But down here, it didn't matter.
No, the way I looked at it, here's, watch this. I'm going to tell you, honestly, how I looked at it when all of that was coming up. One, I know that Pete Santilli actually signed a big, huge deal with our network, okay, to get money to be able to go there. I know that. Okay?
With what?
He signed a 2-year deal to get thousands of dollars in advance to pay for part of the trip for him going. So when I was hearing everything going down, you can ask the particular person that we know, and yes. So when I was hearing everything, right, about how there were people saying, hey, he is being funded by the FBI to go there. It was this, it was that. And I forget exactly about the whole thing. But I was looking at it as, you know what, I don't know how to answer it, dude. I really don't. It's not a matter of that I'm ignoring things. I look at it as like, there are people. Okay, let me give you an example.
Not everyone has all the answers first, though.
Right. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Let me give you an example. People were getting at me and saying, Doom, I want to know what you think about flat Earth.
Yeah, that was quite deftly done. He interrupts people trying to discuss it And then all of a sudden he's off onto people asking him his opinion on flat Earth, and derails the whole thing, deflects the whole thing off of Santilli, deflects off of what he had just said about knowing that Santilli got a 2-year contract and got paid thousands of dollars right before he left for Oregon. Yeah, there's an awful lot here that needs to be uncovered. And, you know, Doom supposedly exposing all these people, but when it comes to Santilli and the network that they're both apparently in, then all of a sudden he's stuttering and stammering and deflecting, and ooh, let's talk about something else. Okay guys, keep watching, keep listening, use your reason, and don't just blindly follow people that aren't being honest with you. Thanks for watching. More to come.